Peace and praise. Peace and praise. You know what I'm going to do? I don't own the rights to this music, but I'm going to put on some chakra music real quick. Peace and praise to you, Marzi. I didn't want to distract the people by being all, my energy, man. I didn't want to distract the people. So that's why I got us in the dark right now. I'm about to get on this computer, though. Listen, I'm just talking to y'all. I need y'all to hear me because in this video, I'm going to give you what you need. All right? I'm going to give you what you need to be able to navigate the seas. Okay? Now, I've been with you for a year. Almost. Y'all seen me, y'all done heard me, y'all know the remedies that we be talking about. I'm about to list them. And then after I list them, y'all gonna know where y'all could go. Not only is there remedies, but we got so many people that have so many gifts. And we can't profess ourselves to be adults if we're asking other people to do things for us. For example, the service corporation, when you go and you say, hey, can you authenticate this birth certificate? Guess what you're doing? You're asking another living being from another family or group or colonizing, whatever you want to say, to do something for you. How is that operating in your own government? Aren't you supposed to take the documentation that you have and write and record everything on it for yourself and bring it into your own family and record it for your own family and then notify people of the recording of your own family? That makes you an adult in the nation. You are going and taking your documentation and sending it to another human being. That's not operating in government? That's not operating in the conscious mind of, hey, I'm my own being that doesn't need another being to do something for me. So if we as individuals start taking our collective gifts, our collective paperwork, our collective trusts, our collective body groups, and putting them together and building, then we can provide for one another. Now, what are you talking about, OT? Provide for one another. Man, we got master chefs on the line. All right. The master chefs, they cooking plant-based foods all over the land right now. About to feed everybody. Share it on up because I'm preaching right now. That's why you can't see me. I'm telling you everything that we doing so you know where to go. The Facebook groups that are clicking you for friend requests, it's about 3 of them. You're going to know them. When you get in them, you're going to be serious about building. We don't care about nothing else but the agenda or the goal that we have. We about to feed the nation with plant-based foods. I know it's late, but everybody going to get this sooner or later anyway. The plant-based foods is all high frequency. They heal your body. They heal your mind. They heal your spirit. They heal everything you need to be healed so you can start thinking correctly. That's number 1. Thinking correctly is the ability to be decisive, to make decisive decisions. If you've been sitting around with the Moorish American documentation or any documentation, sitting there wondering for a whole year or whatever, that's how long I've been had. I ain't put nothing in. I've been sitting, I got 40 gigabytes of information sitting right now. In those 40 gigabytes, I got 5 perfected remedies on how to navigate the seas out here as a sovereign, as a government, as a consulate, as a pure organic whole. I meditate. I don't even sleep. I think about these things until they're complete in my brain. How to do them, how to complete them, all the way to the end. I see them, and then I start putting it into effect. Yeah. So, the remedies. Now you eating right, so you can think correctly. You got the 5 perfected documentations that we said you could look into and determine which one you're going to use in order to navigate the seas. Whatever one fits your emotion, go ahead and use that paperwork. We got groups. The groups, you jump in, you share your gifts, everything. Share all your gifts. Whoever contact you, that's who you bust a move with. But now we're doing it as a family. We're not doing it as individual people like somebody called me and I got a gift and I helped them out and they helped me out. Now we're doing it as an individual, as a body, as a being, one whole being. Everybody's calling on everybody else. Then we don't have to go to the service corporation with the paperwork and say, hey, can you authenticate my documentation? Hey, so I can go to my treasury account and get this money. Why? Because we taking care of one another. How are we going to need the treasury direct account when we taking care of one another? We don't need nothing but one another. This is sad. We got millions of children. We got all of these babies to be able to help and build. We got all of these hoteps. We got all of these more scientists. They supposed to be master masons, able to build buildings from the ground up and all of this shit. They know all of this science and everything. All of these degrees, these 77 degrees, 80 degrees. How you know all of this and you can't build a damn house? Come on, man. Stop playing with me. You sitting around here talking about you independent, you grown, you adult, you heir, you sojourners, but you can't build a house. You can't dig in the ground and get the gold. You can't put the well in the ground and get the water out the ground when you put the well in the ground. You can't put the seeds in the ground and have the sun hit the seeds and grow the food that you need to grow. You're still going to eat these damn GMOs. Stop playing with me. You keep on telling me I ain't telling the truth. You lying to yourself. If you say you grown and you still dealing with other people, telling them you need them to do something for you. Oh no, I got my own records. I got my own library. I got my own courts. I got my own people. I got my own family. I don't need any other government to be telling me what to do. Woo, come on with it, baby. Now, after that, we done cooked for you. Now you fed with organic, plant-based foods with high frequencies. Now you fed with frequencies from the divine matriarch Caesar's power when she be putting the vibrations in your head. Now you fed from the super chef Will L when he be putting the food in your body. Now you fed from somebody who been on the line 150 videos, law videos, be teaching you about law. You got law, you got food, you got intergalactic preaching in your being, and you still acting like you ain't got no sense. Come on, man. We all telling you to wake up. Listen. If it's in your face and people are telling you what to do and you seeing those people having success in their lives concerning being content with who they are, you see, because that's the problem. The problem is the people aren't content with who they are. That's why they're trying to be everything else but themselves. Woo! Don't nobody want to tell the truth though. I done been a Christian. I done been Islam. I done been a Moor. I done been black. I done been low. She say he's so high you can't get over. He's so low you can't get under. I done been everything. And for what? To be no thing. Listen. I'm gonna give y'all the food, the frequency, and the law. Y'all gonna take it and determine what to do with it. Share it with everybody you possibly can as quick as you possibly can. Why? We also settle in corruption. Now, these matriarchs and some of the patriarchs out here are writing, and they're talking about the corruption on the land, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to open up Noble Drew Ali's printing press. And guess what we get to do? We get to put all over the land every single last thing that's doing damage to the body. And you know what that do? It heals the body. It's purging season, baby. They talking about the purge. This is look, what we finna do, look, we about to purge these bodies with this mucus. It's mucus in your body. You think that you sick for any other reason but mucus in your body. Then you spiritually, it's a spiritually transmitted disease. It's not a sexually transmitted disease. If your conscious mind is dealing with consciousness that ain't sound, then you messing up. Your consciousness is messing up. It's getting messed up. They need to be sound if you're dealing with them. And you're talking about all crazy, don't know who they are and what's going on in the world. They stuck. No. You got to have the sound conscious mind. When they meet you, then they have to come up to the soundness or keep vibrating in some type of other realm. I don't know how to explain it. What else? Where else we going? So you get a firm grasp on the person that you're dealing with. I woke up. I was 3 years old. I met the social service system. I remember this distinctly. Being in the van, in the car seat. They took me to these homes. I spent from the age of 3 until I was 18 in 45 placements. I served in every single church and denomination you can ever think of. I served all the people, and I kept serving, and they kept taking advantage of me being a servant to them. So then I stopped serving them. And when I was saying serving the corporations first, and then I started serving people. Then when I realized people was no different than the corporations, because they is indoctrinated by the corporations, so I got to quit serving them and serve the body. What body? First, my body, and then the cells. The cellular body, the DNA of our people, of our consciousness, of our mind. See, I was serving the people, the places, and the thing, and not the spirit, the soul, and the body. You see? Then I learned. So I found me. I almost lost me this year with all of this information. But then I found me. Yeah. How did I find me? I got all of this information, started sharing it and giving it. Just gave it all while everybody else was trying to get the fiat for it. Just keep on giving. Then everybody that come into my fold about the different works that we have to do, healing the land, taking care of the babies, plant-based, everything that was being given to me, all the bodies started being connected to me to get the work done. You see, this whole year I've been drawing bodies in to get the work done. Now, after all of these people was attacking me and trying to defame my character on the line, then I woke back up, or I got back up after they tried to knock me down, and now I'm building again. So, everybody that's on these frequencies, light working, healing the body with the food, healing the body with listening to sound word concerning who we are as beings in this earth, our own individuals. What else? And the law and enforcing it. Man, whatever she say do, you supposed to enforce that. If you sitting around on her couch and you're not doing what she asking, what she's being given, what you supposed to be doing to help the nation or the babies of the womb, if she's not communicating with you, then you need to go to someone who has a mind. All right, because she should be communicating what needs to be done for the eggs and the wombs and the seeds and the star seeds of all of our families. Same with the males. The male's supposed to go out and take the ideals of the woman and enforce them. What the hell you thinking? You calling yourself a man and your woman getting kidnapped by another man? What? Some other man just kidnapped your woman and took her somewhere. Listen, it's time to get this thing right in these corporate entities. When they scan your documentation, after we put the proper forms in, the IRS forms, it's going to say international, do not detain, all of that. Because they recognize you right now, they see you as an enemy of the state. When we done, yeah, it's good. It's good. Because I'm gonna continue to be on here transparent while they hiding. Straight up. And accountability accounts for so much. I answer my phone every time. They don't answer their phones. The people told me. They already say, when we call them, they say they're going to call back, and they don't. They don't answer their phone. When we call you, you answer. That's because accountability shows whether or not a person is being truthful. The ones that don't want to communicate with the people is the ones that have something to hide. Woo, man, we better be vibrating and talking and communicating with each other. Then we know we could be transparent and trust one another. Listen, I give these people the keys to my websites, the keys to my emails, and if they janky or get on some funny business, I change up the passwords and move on. That's it. We got thousands of contacts in our emails. We got a whole bunch of groups, whole bunch of platforms. Can these bodies truly like organize materially, like where you can touch each other and sit down at the table? Now we trying to find a material table to sit down at so we could think tank. This is what they doing in the damn ground. They sitting around the table talking about you and how they going to continue to be you. Then when we finally get it, that's where they're going to move underground because that's what they built. And we're going to be up here chilling. But until we get our act right, we got to deal with them here. Oh, no, buddy. What else? Look, I'm not going to name no names. I thought about it. That's not how the Muslim operate. We're going to do the work, and eventually those who had Bismarck the character, we're going to help some of their family members or something, and they're going to be feeling grateful. Yeah, maybe their family members are going to say, hey, they the ones who helped me, so I don't know what you tripping on. Yeah. What else? My line is open 24/7 for building. 202-826-7011. When I say building, we know the people in the republics, what they want to do, the gifts, how they want to build. If everybody willing to come together, we could develop everything the prophet was saying. The press, I got journalists. I know journalists that could create the 5-page spread of any of the truth that the prophet really got. We got people willing to invest their fiat, their energy, their time, their soul, whatever it takes. Because the spirit, so the prophet's spirit, the spirit of the prophet's solar return is coming again on the 8th. Again. Now this is what? 106 or 7 years? Come on, man. He tired. That's why he communicating with all of these minds about what to do. The buses is not only for transportation, it's transportation of goods too, to all the different temples. It was supposed to be then from the temples to the houses. They don't want me to show them how it works, because then they're going to be mad. Oh, then the Grand Sheik called me. He told me more information today from the ground temple. There's only 5 temples left that's legitimate. I got the information from the ground temple of what to do in order to legitimately establish yourself. So we're going to do it the way I got the prophet's actual documents. If I tell you I got 40 gigs, that's from Taj, that's from Raj from Raya, that's from the websites, that's from every hotep in this land. Every last hotep. Prince Uriel Bey, Taj Tariq Bey, all of the teachers we be watching, I got all of the information. Even the documents that Prophet Noble Jew Ali filed himself. So they say to me, we're going to do it the Prophet's way. Can I see if you filed the same documents as Prophet filed? Oh. Can I see every time you write your Moorish appellation, behind it says Jew Ali, connecting you back into the bloodline? I mean, the government will recognize all of your paperwork and documents as Jew Ali right after your name, connecting you to the Asiatic bloodline and the movement, the divine movement. But they don't want to play with me. I'm on my way to Florida right now as we speak, so I can build with the master chef. He spent 15 years, 20 years straight. You know what he did? He mastered himself in the art of chefing and how to heal the body with plant-based foods. Now, we about to explode all of that years of information to the cosmos. And all of the conscious minds is going to come together and do what needs to be done. Yeah. What else? Islam Karen Harris, do you have any gifts you want to contribute to the risen humanity? Because we're building. Stephen Green, where's your gifts at? Marzi, I already know yours. Mechanic. Anybody that has a vehicle in Georgia, listen, you're all going to watch this video and share it. Call Marzi, because he's going to fix your vehicle in perfection. I self-law master in the art of mechanics. Who else do I know that's perfected in some type of area that people can go to? Because this is how I build. I find the gifts, and then I link the people up with the gifts. And the gifts that are similar, they all get connected. Then we build the houses in those particular areas. Yeah. Yehuda Ben, he's a master at negotiable contracts. One time, I was on the line talking about something, and I'm absolutely positive he said, what about negotiable contracts? That's a master at negotiable contracts. He will write a contract for you. Contact him. Yeah. Who else? Jeremy Lewis L.E.L. This man is a master at real estate. I do believe I'm correct. One time, I met this person, and they told me that. And I still remember to this day. Whoa! You're going to call this man, and he's going to tell you how to properly get real estate. Who else? Shakim, Shah, Rakim, Shakur, L. I'm going to tell y'all my gift. This is how you know. I just observe your post, and I can tell what your gift is, and I'm telling you what it is so that people can contact you. Woo! Or you told me what it is already, and I'm just linking you up. Times Lost, Filer. Good to meet you. Dan Steve Green. Good to see you. More study to show and know thyself approved. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Takara Freeman. Good to see you. And thank you for watching. I'm pretty much out. I want y'all to call me tomorrow or whenever you get this video. You know the number. If you have a gift and you're tired of giving it to the service corporation, we have a place for you. If you want to start bringing your children with you and taking them out of them schools, we have a place for you. We got a whole team of matriarchs who can teach the children and homeschool. Okay, they don't have to sit in them service corporations and be brainwashed and eating them GMO foods with low frequencies, messing up their bodies. They don't have to do it no more. All right. So if you love your children, then you're going to feed them what? The best possible thing that they can eat. Right. That's going to make sure their body's the healthiest. Then that's how you say, I love you. You feed them what their body's supposed to eat. That's love. Woo! Plant-based, baby. What else? We done took the children out the schools. Now they're no longer brainwashed. We done gave them plant-based foods, all 2.6 billion of them. That's how many my matriarch told me there was, and counting. We're not counting the ones in all the wombs, all the eggs. That's just the ones right now on the earth. Then we start feeding the matriarchs the right foods. Now the body's beginning to heal. Now they ain't being dependent on the service corporation because we're growing our own produce and we splicing the seeds and just making doubles of them. You will never have to buy another piece of produce if you learn how to germinate and split your seeds. Grow, you cut them, you replant, they regrow, you recut them, you eat, you cultivate, you eat again, you grow. Come on, man. Is the fee simple will filed by the prophet still relevant? Anything filed by the prophet can be used to enforce your blood right claim to the ecclesiastical body politic of the Moors. When he registered it as ecclesiastical body politic. First, more science, I don't want to get it wrong. I just want to say that when it was all said and done, he determined the principled and best route was the ecclesiastical route. And in the documents, it says, you can talk to my consulate if you have any questions. And this is the reason why I used the consulate in the 1961 Vienna Convention as my way to enforce my activities for helping the nationals. That's why I've been out here for so long, assisting and haven't been touched, because they know I'm right. And I have the authority lawfully to operate out of the Vienna Convention for the blood right heirs, Asiatics of the land. We need consuls. We need consulates so that all the nationality work could be done. That's one focus. They want you to run around focusing on all of that. But really we're supposed to be internal and trying to build with one another internally with our own families. We're not supposed to be going to none of them Panera Breads, wine shops, none of that. We supposed to be growing up, putting our grapes in a bottle and letting them sit for some months or some years or whatever. Families is supposed to be generating produce and storing and doing all of that. We just consume. We never store. We don't know nothing about delayed gratification. Nothing. Woo! I guess 400 years of being deprived of anything and make you want everything. And know that not everything's good for you. And even though your body has the ability to self-heal and self-generate, don't mean you have the right to keep on trying to destroy it. Yeah. It doesn't enjoy you trying to destroy it. Stop beating your own self up. What else? I'm going to wait for the other 4 temples, legitimate temples, to contact us, to give us the rest of the keys. When we get the rest of the keys, we're going to take them and we're going to put them all together and unlock the lock of the ecclesiastical body, how to operate these C's, open our courts, our banks, and our post offices. Once we open our courts, our banks, and our post offices, which is what we're supposed to be doing, then we're going to start transporting our own goods to one another, to our own families. Try me. I'm telling y'all exactly what I'm going to do, what we're going to do as a family. We're going to produce and then start shipping that produce to one another. We're going to communicate. How you think the elite families of the world is ruling the world with the UPU right now? They're communicating privately with the writs, with the syntax, with the quantum language. I'm trying to tell you, for the claim of life is they're not speaking in pronoun, noun, verb, verb. They're not contracting in that. Then the man done took the damn periodic table. Everybody wants to talk to me about what I don't know or do know. I'm telling you, you take anything out of a box, styles manual for writing. Everything in the box means it doesn't exist. So you take the periodic table out the box and you rearrange it to different shapes and sizes and pentagrams. And when you rearrange the periodic table, you get different elements and different creations when you do that. So that's what these people is working on with the secret technology. Okay. Now, one time I met this guy that's got this secret technology or access. I'm talking to you about these Russell Gould cats and these different people at the syntax. Now, I don't know why I'm being led here with the minds on here right now, but y'all need this. He went to after he went through all what he went through. He serviced the United States Marine is in joint contract with this person. He pulled the periodic table out of the boxes and rearranged them and started patenting the different rearrangements of the secret technology. And now they're using it to create different goals and elements. What else? There's land right here. There's land where there's gold. I got a video and a picture and some more pictures of where the land is, where the people is digging in gold. They're finding the gold in our land. What are we doing? Pennsylvania, different deserts and fields. So you saying we can't go get some shovels and go dig some gold out the ground? What? Come on, man. We can't take these chemicals and create natural organic things for our people so they don't have to keep on going to Walmart and eating plastic? Come on, bro. Listen, it's parasites in our people's brains because we don't want to create the pure organic stuff that we supposed to so they don't have those parasites in their brains. They walking around like zombies. That's why one minute they love you and the next they hate you. They cool with you 1 second and they can't stand you the next. That is a double-minded person. We all should be vibrating on the frequency of consistent building until the work is done. Oh, but they don't want to talk about it, though. You got a divided mind. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Oh, come on with it. Yeah. Syntax. Let me get on it, Karen Harris. And thank you for telling me to train my dreads up and do it the right way. Yeah. And let me put the silk on there. This syntax. I have 8 syntax documents with me. They were created by one of the UPU judges. I've been studying the syntax for 2 months now. I committed to learning it in 4. I'm a little behind because it's beastie. It's straight grizzly, okay? You talking about something they hid from you 8,500 years. For 88,000 years, they hid this from you. The proper way to construct sentences using the formulation of breaking down language, the phonetics, the frequencies of when you're speaking, the frequencies of when you're reading the words on the paper. It all has to do with teaching your mind how to command a positive performance. You see, it's about creation. It's about dimensional creation. It's about learning how to use your mind to create materially, you see. And you also want to look into the double slot experiment. It's a great experiment to show you how matter operates as you're observing it and manipulating it as it's manipulating you. Syntax. These 8 documents You got to put your blood on the paper. You got to give your birth certificate. Yeah, I mean, it's so legitimate and thorough. Then this is how you use the documents. I'm telling y'all that's on here, all 5, because y'all need to know. Y'all stuck with me, and I don't know why the energy just hit me to stay. How you use the documents is when you have them on you, or when you have the hard card that we send you, when people are talking to you about it, the Service Corporation, the yellow fringe flag, all of the colonizers that have been playing this little syntax game, playing this little language game with everybody, you correct their language. Hey, bruh, this is an adverb. Do you know what that is? If you can't tell me what an adverb is, you don't know how to write a contract. Hey, do you know what a pronoun is and where does it go in a sentence? If you don't, then this contract is null and void. Matter of fact, go get every single contract in your house and start putting on it null and void. Contract doesn't make sense. You don't know how to write. Learn how to write, how to put your nouns and your pronouns and your adjectives in the right places so that there's facts on the documents and not just your opinions. Because on your documents are just their opinions. Yeah. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Start challenging them with just wording alone. Intellect, not emotion, not anything, just the brain. Woo! I'm telling you how you're going to have success dealing with these people. Then you're going to take the civil order. This is what my brain tells me to do. All right. I'm going to go talk to General Ham. They say, don't tell nobody what you're going to do. I hope all of y'all do this too, because this is what it's going to take. 2014 civil order, the Pope charged General Ham for doing what? Disarming the Service Corporation. The Grand Army Republic in General Ham was supposed to disarm the Service Corporation. Hear me preach tonight and tell y'all in that document, it said he was supposed to disarm all of them. And then when he got done doing that, the only people who had free egress, the only law enforcement to be able to even deal with the nationals, they was only the United States Marshal, and only for the purpose of protecting the mail. Come on, bruh. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Call General Ham office in Virginia. Come on, bruh. Talk about Coram Norbis, Coramnorbis. Go look it up on Google right now. It'll show you the republics that are enforcing the Constitution. It'll show you the converted corporations that are choosing to enforce the Constitution. Then I could show you the more groups that are affiliated with the republics who are enforcing the Constitution. How you want to play me? Tell me I ain't spent this year suffering and attacks from all of these Moors to know the truth out here. Yeah, I could tell everybody what to be doing in order to organize themselves to be able to be effective as a body politic out here, because I have 105 years of haters that keep on telling me I don't know what I know when I know the prophet is talking to me about what to be doing. Because when he woke me up, I said, what am I supposed to do with all this information that you just gave me? And he showed me what to do with what I'm seeing every day in real time, as long as I'm communicating with it. Everybody's not saying, hey, prophet, spirit of the prophet, tell me what to do. See, the prophet created something for himself that we could look at. He didn't intend to us to do it perfected his own way, because he's his own individual. What he would hope for you to do after you Islam know yourself is take the model of the laws that he gave. And then when you see those letters or those laws or those effects or those prophecies, you're supposed to take those pieces of you that he gave you of himself and appropriate it the way that you're led to. You can't conform another mind to do something, to do the exact same thing another mind did. Do it the way the prophet did it. You ain't doing it the way the prophet did it. How are you going to do the way the prophet did it when you're not the prophet? No one's Noble Drew Ali, just him. So this is what we do. We take the laws that he gave us and we effectuate them from the articulation of our own brains. And stop beating each other up about not doing it the way that the prophet did it. Yeah. Preaching right now. I'm giving the keys. So the Coram Norbis, that's the writ that shows that the people made a mistake. The corporation and the republics, for letting the corporations do what they did. that Coram Norbis writ. It has 1776 on it. If you look at it, it has number 1776. What is that in reference to? Someone please tell me as they're looking up this document right now. I don't have it in front of me, but I want somebody to tell me after they get it up on this comment, King Turabe. That's a bomb fizz. That thing right, boy. Swinging that thing around, baby. Tell me what the number is on the Coram Norbis writ. So all of us get together as a body politic and we sit down with the republics that are enforcing the Constitution. Then we call up all of the tribes that have already have their constitutions written and we say, what we gonna do? Because now we're already established. Can we now produce? Can we now start exchanging goods for goods? I don't want your fiat. When I give you information, send me some damn clothes. Because you know what I'm doing? I'm unwoven in all of your clothes and making some shit. I'm telling you, the thread that you send me, when you send me goods and materials, I'm creating new stuff with it. What else? We got a program for the matriarchs. If they got old or just barely used baby products, since babies is being born every day, this is a perpetual thing. I already copyrighted this one. We get them to ship us all of their unused baby stuff. And that's about every 6 months, 4 to 6 months. They got some unused stuff for the babies. They don't need no more. We sterilize, we repackage, and we give it. Or we issue it and trade it for goods. Then you put the goods in the trust. Now you don't have to be a 501c3. You take your goods and then you take one room of your home and you designate it for whatever business that you're doing. But it's not a business in the form of a service corporation. It's the business as a form of a family gathering or a fireside chat. Yeah, and it's in trust. Good for good, gold for gold, produce for produce. What need do you have for the service corporation? Now we don't have any excuses. What else? Hey, Sandy Bergman, you were one of my first supporters. I remember you from a whole year ago. Thank you. You were one of the first gifters, and I appreciate you. I'm still going strong. I earned a little under 18,000, maybe like 20,000 this year. If I hadn't had got the job working with the disabled children in the schools in Virginia, then I wouldn't have made as much doing this work for the people. I'm counseling the people for a whole year and earned about 20,000. Now, that means nothing to me because I know that the coming together as a unified body is what's going to be the thing that we need. That's the real resource. That's the real energy. Taking all of our gifts and using them to care for one another. Or we can keep going to the EBT line to get SNAP benefits. Or we could keep going to who else? Department of Rehabilitation Services, DHS, Roman Catholic Charities, the Salvation Army. What do you want? What do you want? We got beans and cornbread and GMO food for you for days. You can sleep here for free and get bugs on you and just live and not do anything. Oh, damn. And chase your flesh. Chase your feel good. You smoking and you drinking your pop and you gambling your monies away and all of your children is dying. Y'all want to know what I seen out here? All of the hoteps, all of these men, all of these grown men, all of these elders just walking around drinking, chasing women, lying, cheating, manipulating, just hanging. I ain't seen no elders put no sons on their lap, teach them nothing. And if they teaching them in the temples, they're only teaching the select bloodlines. And then if we want to say Sandy Bergman, I'm going to tell you how to do it for anyone that's not of an Asiatic descent. I'm not assuming that you're not. You may have haplogroups, but the triple seal name change, that can work for anybody. Dropping jewels right now. Triple seal name change and a Freedom of Information Act request, handwritten, with the 2013 Obama executive order that they have to release the information. When you do that, they send you everything, including your account numbers. to your Treasury Direct. All of y'all that's on here was supposed to be on here because I ain't never released this information before. All of your account numbers. It's a minor account. You open up your minor account and you come and join the contract with them with your minor account. When you show you have the capabilities of managing your minor account, then you get piece access to your major accounts. How you want to play with me? I'll show you step by step. Financials, LEIs, how to get your account numbers, how to activate them, who to talk to, the fiscal service agency, all of them. And we just sit on the phone with them. Yep, we wait on hold for hours. Yep, we deal with their attitude. Yep, but they public servants and they have to release the information. So you just call and have patience. Woo! And everybody's calling. When I'm done, another person call. When they done, another family member call. And we just keep on writing down all the information and the names and the times. This is how you make yourself a court of record, by the way. Before you mail anything to anybody, you mail it to yourself. Another safeguard you can have as your own court of record, now that you're filing your own family records and your own self-government again. Yeah, where are your records? If the record of your ancestors are in a building somewhere, then you ain't doing it right. You're supposed to go get the records of all your people and take them back. They're yours. They belong to you. You have to demand them from the county courthouse. Demand them by paper, demand them by presence, demand them by family, demand them by group, demand them by everything. I'm dropping gems right now. As a unified body, you can go there as family members to the courthouse and say, I want all my records from you because they belong to me and my bloodline. You're a service corporation. You have to give them to me. Then I know a way that we can, say it again, Karen Harris. Me and you right now as family members can go to any courthouse and demand by lawful affidavit and by law and by a blood right, and I have all the documentation to be able to do this, that they give you all of your family's information back to you. Come on, who's talking to me right now? Why am I up preaching to 5 souls about what to be doing? Because y'all gonna do it. Everybody else ain't gonna take this information and go and do it. When you get your records of all triple seal name change, yes. So you do your triple seal name change after you get all your records. The reason why is because you're going to triple seal name change yourself. If you're Asiatic, you don't need to do this. If you're European, you're going to need to do this. If you don't have the haplogroup of European descent. That's a triple seal name change and the Freedom of Information Act request. So then you take you take your lawful affidavits, you take your documentation of blood right heirship, the geodetic survey, 10105905. I ain't going to let the register number out from Congress. Y'all going to have to call me for that because I'm trying to build. Go down to the county, the de jure Republic County, not the Service Corporation playing like they got the information, the real de jure Republic County. It's going to be county of or something county. If you hear county of, that's the corporation. Something county is the real county who has your family records. When you get them back, you're going to demand them to delete them out of the system. You're going to tell them that you have lawful access to all of your hereditaments as an heir, including up to your own bank. So you no longer need the service corporation for anything. Banking, post officing, servicing your mail, anything. Oh, you want to talk? How about you damn call each other? Oh, you want to communicate? Why do you need the service corporation to mail you stuff when you can just call each other? Oh, and talk to one another, or maybe drive up to where each other is. Oh, I can't get to you. You can get me to you. Ah, really? Yeah. Well, you can't get me to you, but a whole bunch of your family members put together can get me to you or get you to me. Or us to one another. Come on, man. We don't know how to operate as a body. I can't do it. Hey, bro can't do it. So you go tell everybody bro can't do it. Let's all do it for bro or sis. And I hear 4717 right now. Come on with it, baby. If your brother is in adversity or your sister is in adversity, do what? Assist him. Come on with it. Man ain't talking to me. They put these roots on me, all these more scientists, and some of the matriarchs out here too, some of the women of the land, And they's putting these roots on me and getting on Facebook. Everyone that ever blasted me on Facebook, I found out, was using the more science, putting these spiritual roots on me, trying to get me my vibratory frequency down so I didn't get to share the information. So that's how y'all see me fall a little bit in the last couple months. I ain't been on preaching because a whole bunch of light workers had to come and put divine white light energy around me and circumference me. And then they had to break all the root spells that all them people was doing on me, trying to get me from sharing the truth. Because that's all they trying to do, stop the truth from being shared. So now we got most of the information out. I'm feeling like I'm almost there. We got our trust. We know how to operate. We got our produce. We know where the seeds at. My bro, his divine studies led him to organic pure seeds. We know how to grow the seeds. There's no reason why we can't do this. So, my line is open 24/7. I don't care. If I fall asleep while we on the phone building, you know what you do? You call me back in the morning and you tell me where we left off at. I'm so serious right now. Karen Harris, you got your triple seal name changed, and so does Sandy Bergman. King Turabay, you have the geodetic survey and the 1010-5905. Karen, I'm going to send you the syntax book, study book. Karen Harris, I'm going to need your email to send you the study book. Who else? Renard Shaw, Joseph E. Johnson. Fee Simple, I'm going to send you, when I find, as much screenshotted pictures or files of Noble Drew Ali's filings in the Cook County Recorder of Deeds office. Joseph E. Johnson. You're going to have to email me to get that. Or send me in the inbox. Who else? Come on with it. Now, for all of those Moors out there that said I was in it for the monies and doing it for whatever, I just gave everything on this particular video for free. So, if you want the registration numbers and the rest of it to figure out the name change, Joseph E. Johnson Sr., IRS tax forms, go get all of them. That's one way you can change your name and or get it registered in the service corporation so that they no longer recognize you as an enemy combatant. So when they run your credentials in their system, they will be told by their superiors to stand down. See, when you do it the way through the International Monetary Fund, you go look in the 2014 civil orders, and the Pope said everything is dissolved except the International Monetary Fund. All organizations, when we send our documentation to them, we're wasting our money, our energy, and our time. The reason why is because none of them documentation have any monies. None. No wealth. None of them departments. No department that we send documentation to has wealth. So we're wasting our time because those people who don't have wealth have no authority. Those people who have no authority, AU, gold, wealth, authority, can't authenticate shit on your land about you in this particular republic. After that, who does have lawful authority on this land? Let me tell you who you can join their contract with right now. Y'all people need this. Share it on up, because I'm not charging for nothing right now. I am free flowing. Everything that I've learned in the 365 days that I've been awake, because this is my solar return. Come this next January 8th, I would have woke for a whole year. Everybody's getting all the information that I've been woke since my whole solar return for free. Because I'm shutting the system down. I'm purging the system. We're almost out of this Aquarius, or it's one of the star seasons that we're launching out of. I think I was in retrograde or something. I was acting crazy as shit, crying, drinking. I was doing all type of crazy stuff. Y'all seen me on the line, emotional, all crazy, looking all busted in the sky. Boy, I was getting crazy out here. Look. I'm cool. I'm sound again. I'm back. You know, these cosmos was having me tripping. What bro say? Name change. Yeah, so that's one. The people who have authority on the land right now, there's a few. The ones who have the documentation filed from the surveys and from the packet that we established together, the specific documents you need to be secure under the way the prophet did it. The syntax document is another way that people can do. You take the syntax documents and you put them on the record and you charge the service corporation to enforce contracts that make sense. The world lives off contracts. The UPU and contractual agreements is what we offer as a remedy from the syntax point of view. So now we have the name change from the IMF and the IRS, the tax forms, when you put yourself in their system and you secure yourself that way. You can get an international passport with your Moorish appellation on it, or your American Moor appellation on it, a world passport that way. All of us are going to need all of this if we're going to travel around the world healing 2 billion babies, 2.6 billion babies. We're going to need international travel documents. We're going to need delegations of authority. We're going to need people who are going to stand and be muftis and protection for the matriarchs and the people who are going to do the work. Because there's going to be people trying to stop it. Yeah. I already committed. I told everybody if they want to do committed 1 year, I will give them everything they need to secure their estate. They come with us to the different Central America and the different locations. We got people in China right now. They call me up. We're helping them build a consulate. We need people to come to China with us. We need people to go to Central America with us. Y'all think I'm making this shit up, but I got a whole bunch of people I'm trying to get credentialed right now so we can all go fly everywhere to start healing these babies up. Yeah. Getting these crazy ass parents, waking them up, smacking their ass around, these crazy ass parents that's letting their kids, feeding their kids parasites and letting them die and not live to be creative. One of my homegirls let her children be creative and they create the greatest things in the world. It's crazy. How the parents have been trained to stifle the creative abilities of their children because they're afraid that their children are going to shine them out. Or another way is you're acting like you ain't got no sense as a parent and you don't want your child to tell the truth about you, so you stop them from speaking. And most of the time when they speaking, they creating the most. Whoa, artists. Now we teaching them plant-based. We shipping this plant-based around. All the children are in the homes learning how to do their own culture. They're going to worship their deities the way that they choose to, not the way they forced to. Oh, if they knew the torture, if they knew how much torture it took to bring the psyche of our people out of nature and into one God. Yeah, right. Yeah, I had to sit on that one because I felt that. I'm back in nature. I love my trees and my ground and my water. I talk to my water before I drink it. I say, hey, water, thank you for when you go in my body. You do A, B, C, and D in my body. And when I drink it, the water do what I say. I thank it for doing it in my body. I'm telling you the truth. Come on with it. I'm giving us keys right now. I'll share with you the sciences later. Yes, it does. And it's realistic. It's happening in real time. We just need people to invest their energy into the work. So that's drafting the documents that we're going to put in the printing press. We need content. All the gifts, people are programmed. They have programs, but they're not trying to program people with them. Our programs deprogram our people. Their programs programmed our people. All the gifts are our programs that deprogram our people. So if we took all our gifts and started using it for one another instead of going to use it for the service corporation, then we could deprogram our people and become a unified working nation again. And let me touch on that while I'm on the subject. Right now, the Moorish American Federal Republic government is a body of a whole bunch of Moors that are enforcing the law around the land. It is not an existing body politic, a centralized government. I think most know that, but any that don't, when you come into contact with it, when you wake up, now you know. I'm saving the babies that are just waking up. So now you don't think this government can save you? Listen, can you call the Moorish Federal Republic government's army to come protect you when you challenge the authority of the Service Corporation Army? If you can't, then the Moorish Federal Republic government is not your government. I'm sorry. Not. Oh, come on with it. I don't feel bad about telling the truth. So what government can you call to where if another government is oppressing you or harassing you or committing crimes against you, they will come to your aid? Can we, OT Bay and family or Truth or him sharing this information, whatever it is, can we show you how to place yourself in the position in the nations where when you call or you're enjoying their contract with the government, their military comes to your aid when you call them? Oh, let's see. I show and prove. When you call the Moorish Science Temple of America, I don't know how many exist, but there's only 5 that's legitimate by law that has the right filing, and it's not 508s or 501s. Do any Grand Sheik in the whole entire Northwest of Mexham want to debate me concerning the things that I've come into contact with about the truths out here? Because I will. I'm putting out the challenge. It's a friendly one. It is a friendly one because our minds are supposed to vibrate with one another. That's another thing they got us doing. We're always communicating with them, reading their documents, sending in their files, talking their language, listening to their stuff. No. I'm playing shit. I don't even know what I'm listening to. I swear to you. I be on the line listening to these mantras from all the dialects and all the different frequencies. I don't be trying to hear no English damn language. I can't wait until my mind, my quantum mind, transmutes and excommunicates this language out of its brain. Now that right there is the language of light. I love that language. Yeah. And I'll be singing in that frequency too. That was given to me a spiritual gift about 10 years ago. And sometimes when I speak in the language of light, I hear some of the language in English in my head. That's called interpretation. That's why they tell you when you're speaking in what they also call tongues in the church, it's really the language of light when you're talking science. When you're speaking that fast, the vibratory frequency it's connecting your pineal gland to the ethers and to the higher source, and you're hearing the words that they're trying to speak with you. So when you speak the language of light in English, you hear what you're saying in your language of light when you practice it enough. The same way it goes when it comes out your mouth in English. If you speak the language of light in your brain, it will come out your mouth in English. Whoever's on here is supposed to be listening to this right now. Woo! I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. Are you done? Cosmos. Come on, mama. I'm in your womb. I'm sharing the truth up. Out of my belly shall flow rivers of living water. Come on with it. That's the truth. The rivers of the living water. Yeah. Then the trees, the leaves of the trees will heal the nation. Yeah. Who the leaves of the trees? What are the leaves of the trees? That's all the people on here with gifts. Who the nations? The 13 tribes. There's 13. The 13th tribe is a spiritual tribe. The 12 tribes are the tribes that we can see. The 13th tribe is a tribe we can't see, that we need to tap into and learn one another in them 13 tribes. Yeah. You're Yehudi. Just because you're one thing, it doesn't neglect that you're another. You're Yehudi and more. Okay? You need to get back to your Hebrew roots, because as long as those Ashkenazi Jews see you with fezes on, not worrying about the fact that they posing that they the real Hebrews. Oh, and I hear the scripture, and they say that they're Hebrews and they're not. I know them, and he's going to demolish them. If we just put our yarmulkes on and start practicing our Hebrew, our Yehudi again, and get in the areas that they're in and start taking over their houses in the states. This is why we've been given the information. Shit, I'm preaching. It's coming out of me right now. Damn, I'm on fire. Listen, they're in your lands and in your hoods and in your barrows and in your everything. They're gentrifying your neighborhoods. How are the Ashkenazi Jews doing this? They're using the paperwork that you're supposed to be using. What paperwork? I can show you all the paperwork that the Ashkenazi Jews are using to steal your estates, to use the service corporation, to conspire against you and evict you off of your lands and do all type of crazy shit to you. They're all in cahoots over here. There's a faction in Israel that's fake, and the faction in Israel is, what the hell do you think Trump aligned himself with Israel for? The fake Ashkenazi Jews, the fake Israel. He aligned themselves because all of them are over here escheating the estate of the real Yehudi right now, using the paperwork. And you see, he say, I'm going to be a nationalist now. Get the hell out of here. Why? Because David Wynn Miller done syntax your shit, and everybody knows that the service corporation ain't got no authority, so you got to choose a nationality. So what are you going to do? Now you're going to say, I'm a European. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What you going to say? Because if you say you're a European, you got to acknowledge that first we were. Psh, come on, buddy. You can't play. You can't play with genetics. You can't play with genetics. Whatever you claim, we were it first, so you go ahead and try it. So we can say we your damn parents like you knew anyway. Yeah. Genetically speaking. Now he's preaching again. Why is it that everything's going on? It's genetics. We were playing with our own genetics. We were trying to make our genes more dominant. We were trying to make our genes stronger when we were already as good as we were going to be. Woo! Come on with it. We were already what we needed to be. And our people started genetically messing with ourselves. Then out of the genetic mutations came recessive genes. Those recessive genes always knew that they were dominant. So in the psyche of the recessive genes, it's always going to make itself or try to be dominant, no matter what. This is what you're seeing in the physical realm of how DNA or genetics think. We're talking about the mind of the cells and the DNA right now. The genes knew it came from a dominant source. And we manipulated it. We mistreat the genes. We don't do nature right. Actually, it's nature beating our ass. We don't feed ourselves correctly. We don't take care of our nature correctly. We're not connected to the energy grid anymore. They separated us from the energy grid, and we just walking around disconnected as hell. And all the energy is saying is, hey, I need you to reconnect with me. And all we saying is, nah, we like this frequency that they done gave us. Man, that's what they talking about, worshiping other gods, worshiping other sounds beside yourself, worshiping other voices beside yourself, thinking of other minds beside yourself. I'm not talking about yourself as in your own I, self, law, and master. I'm talking about yourself as a collective body. You're supposed to be doing in this earth what each other thinks. You're supposed to be speaking. The people that I deal with, I'm not even saying anything that I got to do in my life. I ain't signed one contract for any of my bloodlines. I ain't did none of that. I ain't touched no trust. I ain't trust no one else's trust. In this whole year, I ain't did none of that. The only thing I did was encourage the people to come together in their mind. I'm speaking things that other people have to do. They got shut down by the service corporation for a program that was doing the good work. Now, other people are being the voice and the catalyst for those who got shut down. You see? I'm not going to sit behind no damn desk. I don't give a damn how fat that check is. Because I learned how to live pure without nothing. I swear, I promise you. I was homeless like 4 times. And while being homeless 4 times, I learned how to live pure off everything. And just in my being. Yeah, it was great. Years of suffering teach you many things. When people neglect you, when people use you, and you have to be forced to learn how to become your own self, woo, baby. Come on now. When the world doesn't acknowledge your existence, and you have to acknowledge your existence, And then you have to acknowledge the existence of the world that didn't acknowledge the existence of you, so that it could see the thing that it was blind to itself because it didn't acknowledge you. Woo, this boy is preaching right now. Okay? I'm trying to tell you how to break the keys and break the spell. Don't talk to another service corporation member. Don't dishonor nature by giving your energy to an energy that doesn't value you, that isn't on the same frequency as you. That means it doesn't value you. If it's not reciprocating or it's not vibrating to your frequency and what your mind is considering as your destiny on the earth, then it is a vampire. It is a vampire energy. It's consuming your energy. It's going to deplete you. You want to surround yourself with frequencies that are equal to or more than at all times. See, they always tell you what to do, but they don't tell you the science behind it. Yeah. Then, how does it work? Apoptosis in the body. So, the vibratory frequency of whatever level in your cell, the apoptosis, it causes cellular death and regeneration. When you're vibrating at a high frequency, this is how I taught a woman how to cure her tumor that she had. We take frequency and we laser it to the tumor. And then we take the high frequency foods that my master chef sent me. And we put those and infuse those in the tumor. And what it did was it destroyed the cellular molecular structure of the cell. It broke it down, right? And then excreted it out of the body. It was so beautiful. Woo! Come on, baby. I'm trying to teach you how to heal yourself. I am Osain. This is the Orisha, the healing God. I know all the thousands of herbs and everything to heal everybody. And the creations, the healings creations, cannot be created or cannot be done, the rituals, without me. So every time you pass through my energy grid, whatever your gift is, that's what's going to be manifested. Because I'm the Orisha that has to do the ritual to set it off. I'm telling you. Woo! Yeah. Come on, baby. What else? We was already on the land. We learned how to get our stuff back. We got group economics. Please join the groups. The name of the group in one of the Facebook groups, then I'm going to be only friend requesting people that want to do this plant-based. I'm keeping that separate. Anybody that wants to do the plant-based, get in the group, get in the Facebook, and become a friend to the plant-based group. That is called Salute Cure. No. Well, when I figure it out, I'll put it in the comment section. There's 3 of them. Peace and love to you. I hope that the information was informative and encouraging. When you go to sleep, please meditate on it. And then when you wake up, if you feel that it's a remedy, the information, then bring your groups of people. Because that's what we got right now. We got people who are bringing groups. And we're trying to bring the groups with the groups. Yeah. Oh, the name of the other Facebook group is called The Group. The group. I'm sorry, y'all. I just something wrong with me. All of y'all energies are what heal me and keep me going. Thank y'all for light working me and covering me while I do this work of my destiny of healing the baby. And Karen Harris, on that note, I hope nobody that one right there. I can so what is thriving after suffering after suffering makes our conscious mind aware that money is not necessary to survive, then does thriving occur?